Hi, it is time. Thursday night, I want to show you right away. We're going to start right away with personal art in your home. We talked about this on the show this week. Hi, it's me. Let me know if you're there. So we did this thing on the show this week that, hey, things to put in your living areas. Personal art is one of the biggest. Okay, so get rid of art that doesn't mean anything to you. And I want to show you. Look at this. I just had it framed this week. Of course, our Taylor is our oldest. She's 22 now, but she made this. I don't even remember what grade she was in. By the way, say hi, guys. So much life over here. Ugh. Anyway, I had this framed just because, and Taylor never did a ton of art, but what she did, I really loved. She was never interested in it much, but I love the signature. And so black frame because I love that, and I wanted that to pop out. It was a cheapy frame. And then this is Phoebe's. Phoebe did Stevie. Phoebe did a Stevie Wonder picture, and this was actually on cardboard, and I had lost it. I couldn't find it when we first moved into this house, and I finally just found it again the other day. I was so excited, so I grabbed it immediately and took it to have it framed. So hi, everybody. If you were there, let me know. I know sometimes we have connection trouble. And so let me know if you were there. I'm looking and I don't know if it's there and I might need to start over. But I am just going to start. So I wanted to tell you guys something really cool that happened with me and Taylor and Phoebe's. Hi, Jim. Does it sound okay? By the way, when we first started, I got something in my eye right away. Like right off the bat, there's something in my eye. I'm not trying to wink at everybody. There's something in my eye driving me nuts. It's telling me there's a slow connection, which is awesome. I may have to start over. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, I won't start over. Over the weekend, me and Tay and Phoebe, my daughters, we went on a mother-daughter weekend. And it was the first time we'd ever done that. It was fabulous. We had a really good time. We didn't overplan anything. And that was the best part because I love spontaneity, especially with them. And, but I have to tell you this story. You don't realize that your kids are going to come along and teach you things about life. But mine did. And they do sometimes, often really. So all of my life, I have battled with having a little pooch, especially after having the girls, after having them, after having 2 C-sections. And it's funny, when I was a teenager, I remember once my mother saying, and when I say pooch, I mean the little, tummy below the belly button, just below the belly button that women especially have. I remember my mom mentioning, I guess she saw me obsessing about it or saw me trying to cover it up or suck it in or something like that. My mom, by the way, always a great figure, but she also always had a little pooch. And she pointed out to me one time, like, look at photos of your grandma and look at her now. Look at her when she was young and look at her now. It's genetic. Like, the women in our family just have it. But regardless of hearing that, I completely have always had a problem with it. Like, I just don't like it. I have tried to dress to sort of, deal with it, cover it, tighten it, suck it in, whatever. But spending time with the girls, I didn't even bring it up. Wasn't even talking about it. I think we were just getting ready. Yeah, we were getting ready to go to dinner the first night. And I'm standing in the mirror, putting on my jeans, and I was wearing my white jeans, and I was like looking at the side, going, just what I've always done when I get ready, like pointing out, looking at the flaw instead of going, okay, this looks good. And I think it was Phoebe that said something first, and then Taylor. I'm sorry, my eye is really about to kill me. They're like, Mom, we have that too. Look. And Phoebe's, of course, 19 years old. And I'm looking at her and she does. She naturally has it. Like all the women in my family naturally have it. And then a human being, you have it. And so it was just like, why have I been obsessing about this my whole life? It's like I've felt like it's a flaw my whole life. I want a flat stomach. I want a flat stomach. And no matter how much I work out, I've never had a flat stomach. When I was at my most in shape, when I was Phoebe's age, I was like 19, 20, working at a health club, and I was in great shape just by default, by being there. I worked out almost every day, and I was 19. Hey, Jennifer, aren't you sweet? Anyway, my girls, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. It is nothing. It's like really nothing. I'm trying to flip it. Like just that little thing. I'm in like Murphy's pants. Just like that. It's not horrible. I know that, but I literally have always had a problem with it. And my girls this weekend, in one conversation, they made me rethink it, because they are young ladies and they are completely accepting of themselves the way that now, I mean, they're girls. They have, I wish my hair would do this, or I'm frustrated with my whatever, lips or whatever. They're girls and they're doing that whole image thing. They're figuring out, but they are accepting of who they are. And I love that they did that for me. And we had that conversation. It was such a cool thing. Hi, Anne. And another Anne. And we're going to, Lauren. Lauren says Moscow Mule is the best drink. We're going to get to that. I have a friend who's not really much of a drinker, and she always says that she doesn't know what to drink when she goes out. When she's even at a company function or something and they say, hey, it's, go to the bar. What do you want? Like, have you ever had that where you walk up to a bar at an event and it's like open bar, cash bar, whatever you call that? Well, open and cash are not the same, but if you don't really know what to buy, we're going to get there. In fact, we can start if you want to. Tell me what's in a Moscow Mule. I feel like I've been told before. Is it vodka? It's got to be vodka, right? Vodka, Moscow. Sweet girls. See, I'm not, thank you for that, Mary. I wouldn't say I've obsessed over it, but when I tell you, if I go to a dressing room and I put on jeans or I put on a dress, if we go shopping for a special occasion dress, I'm always like, how's it going to look here? And then after having babies, especially because I had C-sections. I mean, when I tell you, I don't have muscle there anymore. It's just like, anyway, but for my daughters to teach me that lesson, how cool are they to be accepting of themselves and to say, it's great. It's fine. I mean, and this week, even hearing them say that to me over the weekend about accepting your pooch and your tummy the way that it is, I thought of them every time I got dressed this week. Every time. It's so cool. If they had any idea, like when I started thinking about that was way before they came along. It has been with me my whole life. Okay, let's scooch. Lisa, I have 3 C-sections and it's impossible to get a flat stomach. I've learned to love my body flaws and all. Aww. I really do love my body in that I take care of myself and I'm not unhappy with my body, but isn't it kind of like a woman's way? And it's not a good example for young girls to sort of point out, like, you can look like $1,000,000 and the hair works and the clothing that you chose and the outfit goes together, but there's one thing off. That's the thing you want to fix, right? It's the thing you want to change. Okay, back to the drinks. Lauren says, also vodka and cranberry juice and lime is my go-to if I don't think they know how to make a mule. Okay, cool, Lauren. Anyway, so back to the drinks. The reason I bring this up, Champ is moving around because he thinks I'm talking to him. I have a friend who never knows what to order. And so I was telling her this the other day. I gave her 3 examples and I wanted to give them to you. If you're not a big drinker, if you don't know what to order in the cocktail world. I mean, I never was. I've learned this over my time of being with friends, hanging out with friends. Murphy used to make cocktails at home all the time, and now he doesn't drink anymore at all, which is good. So the number 1, and this is my friend Rachel that taught me this, vodka soda. And it's refreshing. It tastes almost light. It is literally vodka, 1 part vodka and like 3 parts club soda. And it usually comes with lime as like a garnish or whatever you call it. But she'll order it and ask for extra lime and squeeze it in there. And it's delicious. It's delicious. So vodka soda. If you don't know what to order, if you're not trusting the bar, if they're running low on stuff, vodka soda with lime is delicious and refreshing. Number 2, another go-to drink is A margarita. A margarita that's well made will become your go-to drink. But most bartenders know how to make a basic margarita. So if I don't ever know what to order and you look at the bar and you see what they have, you're like, please make me a margarita. But the trick is have them make it fresh. Like, ask them, can you make it fresh? And if they're going to use a mix, the mixes aren't good. In fact, they don't taste good. The mixes never taste good. It's like, blah. So, fresh margarita, because it's a very basic recipe. And by the way, we have an incredible margarita recipe on our website, murphysamandjodi.com. We used to call it the Murfarita because it's the one that he used to make at home. He does not do that anymore. Ann says, my go-to drink is amaretto sour. It's so funny that people have a go-to drink. And I want to hear about your go-to drinks. I really do like to have a cocktail every once in a while. And I like to learn a new one. But it's been a long time since I had a new one. Okay, so my favorite, my go-to drink, and I had one years ago, and it's an old drink. It's called a French 75. And then a handful of years ago, a friend of ours, we were out with some friends, and there was a place that had a frozen French 75. And it was like, oh, I think I've had a French 75 before. I'd forgotten. It didn't mean anything to me. And then I had that frozen one. And it was like, what? So I started reading online about this drink. It's 4 ingredients. Gin, but you don't taste the gin really. Gin, lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, simple sugar, just for a little sweetness, not a ton, and champagne, which is why I like it, because champagne is delicious. Now, this drink feels light and refreshing and almost citrusy, but it will hit you hard because gin and champagne. But I'm going to tell you a true story. A lady that I love and admire, one of the ladies that I work for in our company, her name is Ivy. And I had dinner with her several months ago, and she was ordering drink or wine or something. And I said, can you make me a French 75? And she said, what is that? And I told her, and she had one, and then she had another, and she was like, that's her new go-to drink. So if you've never had that, order it sometime, but know that it can hit you hard. It's a champagne and gin explosion. It's fantastic. It's kind of girly. Oh, and it can be made, it doesn't have to be champagne. It can be made with Prosecco. It can be made with just sparkling wine of any kind, flavored sparkling wine. Like, there's a lot of different takes on it. So those are the 3. Vodka soda. Those are the 3 that I recommended to my friend. Hey, Lori, we miss you too. Sorry about that. We're at a lot of radio stations across the country, and sometimes management makes changes. And recently, in one case, the station was sold, and so we're not on that frequency anymore. But you can always find us on the podcast every single day. Our whole show gets rolled up into one podcast every single day, and you can listen to it on your schedule when you want to. It's no music, no commercials, just the show. And you also get after the show as well. So just look for Murphy, Sam, and Jodi anywhere that you look for or find podcasts, and it'll be there. And you can subscribe and get it for free every day. It'll just like download, pop right there on your device. Dawn, you raised them right. So sweet. Going back to my girls, helping me accept my tummy. I have been at war with my little tummy forever. And what's so funny is I should have known years ago when my mom talked to me about that. And she told me, you know what, you're going to have this because you're my child. That she had it too. My mom was like a lot to live up to. And if you're watching this, Mom, this is not, it doesn't mean anything. It's just that my mom has always been beautiful. And when I was a little girl, of course, you always think your mother is beautiful. My mother was a head turner. We would go to the grocery store together, and I would see, like men hit on her and flirt with her, and oh, she's so beautiful, and she always was. And that's why I always kind of felt like an ugly duckling when I was a little girl. When I say that, Murphy hates it. Okay, my champ is walking around wanting to go outside. He really wants to go on a WALK. Champ, do you need to go potty? Who needs a potty? Let's do it. Let's do things. Let's do potty things. Sparky. Look, they have a whole new area of grass. We got rid of our deck. Moscow Mule, there it is again. Okay, so you guys do your business, please. So what's everybody doing? Oh, he came right back in. Murphy is home now. He's been gone for a little bit, a couple nights working away, but he never missed a show. We don't do that. He just like hooks up technically from somewhere else, so that's fun. Let me know what you're doing. Hey, Nicola. I hope I said it right. And Anne again. And Dondi. Did I say that right? That's an interesting, cool name. And Jim. Hi, Jim. I love that you are there. I'm sorry that it's a slow connection. Hi, Jan. I know. Look for us online. If you go to murphysamandjodi.com, you can click on the podcast. You can also download it anywhere that you listen to podcasts, and you can take us along with you and listen on your schedule whenever you want to. I have a friend who listens to us when she walks her dogs in the afternoons every day because her mornings are way too insane. Oh, Deb. Wait, I lost your comment. I had 2 cesareans. That's my worst. My stomach. Oh, and a mudslide. 2 cesareans and a mudslide is a good drink. Yes, it does taste like a chocolate milkshake. I've had them. I forgot about that. I have tried so many drinks. The only thing I think I've tried something with bourbon in it and I didn't like that. Lisa, a cosmopolitan or a hurricane? Ooh, pink lady. Michelle, what's a pink lady? I need to know what that is. I'll tell you something else. A lemon drop is a good thing to order. If you don't drink very often and you don't know what to order, a lemon drop is a good one. Delish. Lauren, I will drink all of those. I'm also a vodka martini fan, and it's fun to order and say, I like it dirty. True. I have a friend who taught me about dirty martinis and how good they are. If you love olives, the dirtier the better. That is a fun thing to order. Cadets. Oh, I'm touching the screen and I like cocktails with gin and cucumber juice combos. Ooh, that's cool. I wonder if it's a 75 was first time was made. No, not 1975. If you Google it, Tracy, it goes way back. It goes like to World War I or something. A French 75 is an old drink, but it's my favorite drink to order. It's that or a margarita are my go-tos. I love a fresh made margarita. Get our favorite recipe at murphysamandjodi.com. For what we used to call the Murpharita, and then French 75. Okay, Murphy is almost home. I think my connection is bad. I know this is fast this time, but I am about to go take you-know-who on a WALK. If you drop a question or a comment here, I promise I'll get to it. Okay, love you much.